How have churches responded to the pandemic? Good morning. My name is Father Frank Buckley, delighted to be your host of our morning meditation group, Flourishing During Times of Uncertainty. Today is Monday. Today is going to be a great day. Welcome. If you're new to this group, you have found an amazing contemplative community, and we hope you find a home here. This is a three-part program. We always begin with a little inspiration to get the morning going. This morning, we will be drawing from our pontiff, Pope Francis, and how he understands what the churches are doing during the pandemic. The second part is the heart of the program, where we give the first part of our morning practice to God. We turn the gaze inwards and we simply sit for 20 minutes. I'll ring the bell with a little guided meditation to get us started, and then I'll ring the bell at the end of 20 minutes. And we always end the practice with a Jesuit examen. We live our lives forward, but we only understand them truly looking backwards with a reflective stance. Today, on Mondays, we'll just look over the weekend and notice where we might have missed God or where God came alive for us in beautiful and sometimes new ways. If you're new, please feel free to put your name in the comment box. Tell us where you're from. Uh, we One of the most important parts of this contemplative in action practice is building a little contemplative community. Um, Also, if you're new for meditation, we just simply lower our eyes and give the first part of the morning to God. As Father Thomas Keating says, when you do this, you cannot do it wrong. It helps if you have a wandering mind to choose a sacred word, one or two syllables that has meaning to you. Peace, love, Jesus, Mary, kindness, God, whatever you like, and then repeat it 4 or 5 times during the meditation to get started. And when the monkey mind kicks in, simply return to your sacred word, repeat it 4 or 5 times, and then drop down and enjoy a little deep rest. So let's get this beautiful week started with our pontiff from his wonderful book, Let Us Dream the Path to a Better Future. And talking about churches, Pope Francis says this. I've been so impressed with how so many in the church have responded to the pandemic, seeking new kinds of closeness to people while strictly observing social distancing measures, live streaming liturgies, putting photos of members of their communities on pews, arranging meetings and prayers on digital platforms, giving remote retreats, contacting people by phone and tablet, making videos where dozens of singers and musicians contribute to a beautiful song from their homes. It has been a time in the church of forced separation, yet also of new creative ways to come together as people of God. Unable to celebrate the liturgy with their congregations, many priests went door to door, checking on their flocks through the window or exercising the apostolate of the telephone in order not to lose that closeness with the people. Some did the shopping for self isolating elderly people. In this time, I have seen the church alive. The witness has been nothing less than extraordinary. And I couldn't agree with Pope Francis more. I always said Blessed Sacrament is the gem of Hollywood. However, I have never seen her shine so brightly as during this pandemic. The one thing that remained open through the whole pandemic was the Saturday morning food pantry, where people on the streets receive food, as well as people in their apartments who've lost jobs and don't have enough food to make it through the week. Also, Genevieve's Garden has been remarkable, providing lunch and a safe space from 12 to 2 Mondays through Fridays. A little shout out to Brother Henry, exceptional work. Sarah and the entire music ministry at Blessed Sacrament has done an amazing job with bringing the online platform liturgy to the people in the parish. And of course, the Jesuit Alumni Mass, the online, and the book club afterwards have been just little ways that Blessed Sacrament has moved forward in a very beautiful way in the middle of a pandemic. Lastly, I also am getting on a Zoom call where they are looking at ways of making sure food gets delivered to people who are quarantined because they've tested positive for COVID-19. So a little shout out to Chris for doing that work as well, and I will keep you posted as we go. So, with the inspirational words of our pontiff, I can't think of a better way to begin the week than with a contemplative practice. So, I invite you to take your shoes off, get comfortable. I'm going to lower the lights and then we'll begin. So, one of the ways we flourish in life is to unplug from all technology. I will set the timer for 20 minutes so you don't have to worry about that. Put your cell phones on, as Father Tim used to say, stun or silent. And let's get this meditation practice started. Listen, listen. The sound of this beautiful bell returns us to our true home. As always, we begin with diaphragmatic breathing to get grounded. That is, breathing deeply as possible into the lower belly 3 times. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Together as a community, inhale and exhale. I invite you to lower or close the eyes as you do this. Inhale and exhale, bringing fresh oxygen to the brain and the body. Last time, best effort. Inhale and exhale. The body keeps the score. Let's take the attention to the body. As always, we begin with the feet. Feel the feet pressed on to the green earth and just notice any sensations between your feet and the earth. Take in her energy. Good. Moving up the body, we arrive at the chair or the cushion, providing support. We all need a little support during this pandemic. Let's reflect over the weekend where we experienced a little support. It could be a conversation with a friend, something of beauty, a little help. And just lean into that support a little bit right now. Relax the shoulders, anything you've been holding on to, just allow it to slide down the back and let the earth receive it. Relax, renew, and restore. Moving towards the front of the body, we arrive at the heart, the place the spiritual world touches the physical world. I invite you to take the hands to the heart, cultivating an attitude of gratitude, gratitude being at the heart of the spiritual exercises, focusing on something for which we're grateful, and just name it in one word. Very, very gently with the hands by the heart, take the word and place it right in the center of your heart. And as a community around the whole world, let's breathe one time into the gratitude together. Inhale and exhale. Release the hands and just notice what you feel. Finally, we arrive at the forehead, the seat of intuition, and we focus on an intention for today, asking God for what we most deeply desire in this moment, being courageous enough to ask God for something great and beautiful on this Monday morning. And let's seal that intention with an inhale and exhale. Continue to breathe on your own. Take your attention to the sacred word, your breath, and the sounds around you, and enjoy the miracle of a contemplative practice. Please continue.
Very, very tenderly and gently bring your attention back to the room. If the eyes were closed, go ahead, open the eyes. Let's circle the wrist a little bit one way, then the other. Good job. Little Monday morning stretch. Inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, tip to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Little gentle back bend, healthy spine, healthy body. Little forward bend, pull the tummy in. Big morning stretch. Inhale, exhale, release the hands. Shake out anything you've been holding on to this weekend. If you're new and today is your first day meditating, congratulations, great job, Ralph Waldo Emerson. A job well done is to have done it. What a gift to experience a little miracle in our lives in the middle of a pandemic. If you're new, the metaphor I love is if we had a big jug of water with pebbles in it and we shook it up and then we placed it on the table and let it sit, the water would be very murky. But if we let it sit for 20 minutes, all the soot would drop to the bottom and we would see clearly. The same thing happens to us in our contemplative practice. So with that, we will move on to the Examen, the Jesuit Examen, something very near and dear to Ignatius's own heart, where he would say on a daily basis, we just look over our day. On Mondays, we look over the weekend and notice where God came alive for us. Here is the opportunity to build a little community via technology. Throw something in the chat box. Tell us where God came alive for you. If you're new, tell us where you're from. Tell us how it was to sit in a contemplative community on a Monday morning. So for me, over the weekend, one of the best weekends ever. I have been doing the ring ceremony for Immaculate Heart since my niece was in 6th grade and used to always think it was going to be a million miles away before she got the Immaculate Heart ring. And on Sunday was first time ever in the history, 100+ years of Immaculate Heart. It was online, and then in the afternoon, the girls could come on the soccer field and pick their rings up, and there was a big celebration with safe distancing and masks. But the real great grace to me was Nicole Dunn at Immaculate Heart invited me to be the presider for the liturgy. And the Sunday gospel was from Mark on the Transfiguration. And we talked about transformation. And the on the ring is the Immaculate Heart of Mary and how the heart symbolizes the space of transformation. So it was just an amazing day. We all went and got food to go from Pine and Crane, and my niece absolutely loved her ring, so that nothing could make me happier. Second is the food pantry. We looked like it was going to be slim pickings, but at the last minute, just boxes and boxes and boxes of sandwiches arrived, and another shout out to Kettle Glazed Donuts. Sammy, the owner, even brought the donuts out to the car for us on Saturday.
And then last but not least, I mean, how much do we love Pope Francis? I can't think of a better way to start the week. And Pope Francis absolutely is correct. The churches have really done an amazing job with imagination that even in the middle of a pandemic, something is bigger than the pandemic, and that is God's love. Have a beautiful Monday. Hope your week gets off to a great start. I can't wait to see you tomorrow. God bless you. Okay.